Okay, this is where I'm at right now. I finished welding all these velocity stacks, and as you can see, the box is all done. It's all nice and welded and everything. I've got all my pipe ready to be welded to the flange, and to do also the injectors boss, all the injector boss. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. This is my old intake manifold. I'm going to use it as a template, and please don't laugh, it's still an ugly thing. I don't like it at all, but it is my first attempt, and you do something wrong, you design a new thing and you start all over. And the big mistake I did is putting this big radiator inside of the box, which takes almost all the box, so I don't have any air in the motor. So but it did run for a couple of years, so this is what it looked like. And what I've done is I use this metal plate here as a jig to do the second one. So since I don't want to have to redo all the measurement and everything, so this one was right, so I made myself a template, so it's going to be easier for me for the next time. Okay, this is a template I've made to use with my supercharger. It's going to be easy to put this in here, this plate in, which has the after cooler into it. Doesn't go in, okay. And this will be here on top of this, and I will have all my runners here going from here to. Finally, after 6 hours of work, I finally did the first pipe. This is a bit crazy to do. It's not very easy, but this is what it looks like for the first one, and the second one is on its way. Okay, after a day of work, this is where I am at. Only one left, and the toughest one has to be done, but this one is a pain in the butt to do. I tried 3 times to do it so far, the last one, but couldn't finish it. Well, this is a new step. Fits perfectly. I welded all these runners one piece, and I have to machine the bungs for the injectors, and I will weld these in place, and after that I will be ready for the next plate for the supercharger. I am just finishing the machining of the bungs. I did the small bungs for the injectors, and these bungs gonna go right here. I need to do a jig to weld all these 4 bungs perfectly in place, aligned with the fuel rail. So this is the next step. Okay, what I've done here is the bungs for the injectors. I drilled a small hole so I will be able to weld without scrapping my finish bore. And these will be installed like this, and they're going to hold straight and true for my fuel rail, so they're going to be exactly the same spot for the fuel rail. So this is what I'm going to weld. Okay, what you see here is the drill bit, the special drill bit that I've bought for Bosch injectors. It drills the holes for the injectors, and it will not scrap your rings when you install the injector in. I think that's the greatest way to do it. It's simple and it's fast, and it does a great job. I finally welded everything. I machined the holes for the injectors, and we have problems. It's very simple. If you look here, my fuel rail is too close. I cannot put the screw to close the end of the fuel rail. And right here, I don't have access anymore to my bolt. I have to cut this out here, plug the hole, and install this thing here. This radiator hose. I'm gonna pass it like this, pass it over all this, and I'm gonna connect it to this with nice Russell holes. And I've machined these here, which is I'm gonna put that here. It's gonna hold my fuel rail. As you can see, I need to do the holes and weld it in place, or I'm not sure if I'm gonna screw it in place or weld it in place, but right now I think I'm gonna screw it in place. It's gonna support the fuel rail, and so I've added a bit of a nice touch to it, but I still have to drill a hole here and a hole here to hold it in place. Okay, now I've bought this part, and I'm going to use this Volkswagen valve, which is going like this, and I machined everything there. I have a hole here to be able to install this here, so it's going to be there. This thing is going to enable me to control the boost of my supercharger. Okay, almost done with it. I still need to install this nipple on the side here to be able to measure my boost. As you can see, I finished welding the boost valve and the map sensor. My support is already built in, so it's going to be attached to the motor mount, so it's not going to move, and it's not going to break all the pipes. It's easier this way. And it's done. It's ready for painting. I had this machine also, so I can put my my aftercooler on this. As you can see now, I have fixed the clearance issue I had with the radiator. This thing was pointing this way, so I had to remove the original bracket and do something else and make this in order to be able to turn this so it will exit this way instead of exiting this way. As you can see, I finished putting together my supercharger. I installed my hybrid racing throttle body, K-tune TPS, and my bypass valve. I machined a stand for the bypass valve because the original stand was in the way of the radiator. So this is what I did to fix the problem. Okay, that's the final product. This is what it looks like. I have all my runners, my velocity stack, and also I have on the side here in the middle the boost control, the tap for the boost gauge, and the map sensor. That's all I need on this. And I installed also the brace for the front support, because you don't want to put the supercharger without a support in the front. If it doesn't have a support in the front, it's going to break all all the runners. So this is it, folks. I'm going to install it in my car, and I'll show you the final products, what it look like when it's completely done. I've installed the aftercooler, and it's installed at its final place. I have my bracket here. I installed also the bracket for the catch can. I'm gonna install the supercharger right now. Oh well, surprise, surprise, surprise. I was about to screw in the supercharger, and then this plate was cut up to here and my supercharger was ending here, so there was no way I could seal the supercharger or put a gasket there, because the gasket was hanging in the air because of this. So I welded in a plate about 1 inch long to, as you can see, to close a bit of the end. The 1 inch allows me now to put the supercharger in and without having so I can put my gasket sealer right here. It's almost done. Well, this is the final product. I hope you enjoyed the video I did for the intake, and the next video is going to be for the fuel pump install. I'm sure it's not going to be simple. Everything with this car was not simple, so it's supposed to fit, so we'll see. And thanks for watching, and wait for the next video. And the last video I'm going to do is to dyno this car, so I'll show you the dyno, what it does on the dyno.